This is Packet Tracer 3333. Explore a network. So we're going to go down here to Part 1, Step 1, switching from real-time to simulation mode. So click the simulation mode icon right here to switch from real-time mode to simulation mode. Verify that ARP, DNS, HTTP, and TCP are selected from the event list filter. Alright, so we want DNS. Oh, DNS, ARP, my mouse is sticking. What's going on? DNS, ARP, HTTP, and TCP. Okay. Move the slider located below the play controls button back, auto, capture play, capture forward, all the way to the right. This, I'm assuming. Okay. Generate traffic using a web browser. Currently, the simulation panel is empty. In the event list at the top of the simulation panel, there are 6 columns listed across the heading. As traffic is generated and stepped through, events display in the list. The info column is used to inspect the contents of a particular event. Click the Sales PC in the far left pane. Alright, let's see if we can find Sales PC. There's the Sales PC. Maybe that meant far right, because I don't see a Sales PC over here. We're going to go with that. Alright, Sales PC. Click the desktop. Click web browser. In the URL field, enter branch server, branch server.pt.pta and click go. Look in the event list in the simulation panel. What is the first type of event listed? DNS is the first type of event right there. Click the DNS info box. In the out layers, DNS is listed for layer 7. Oops. Layer 7, sorry. Okay, so layer 4 is using UDP to contact the DNS server on port 53. Both the source and destination IP addresses are listed. What information is missing to communicate with the DNS server? The MAC address, I would assume. Yep, there's no address, so that's the answer I'm going with. Click Auto Capture Play. In approximately 30 to 40 seconds, a window displays, indicating the completion of the current simulation. Let's just push Auto Capture Play. We're just going to watch this happen. Okay, so there's the message we're waiting for. And, goodness. Okay, so it says to view previous events. And we're going to scroll to the top. And we're supposed to see how many ARP. So there's quite a few. Mostly up there at the top. So, let's see. Scroll down the events in the list to the series of DNS events. Okay, here's the series of DNS events. Select the DNS event that has the @device listed as branch server. Click the square box in the info column. What can be determined by selecting layer 7 in the OSI model? The DNS server finds a domain name with this name. Sends back a response. Alright. Click the Outbound PDU Details tab. Scroll to the bottom of the window and locate the DNS Answer section. What is the address displayed? The address is 172.168.03. The next several events are TCP events enabling a communications channel to be established. Select the last TCP event at device. Let's see. TCP. So we're looking at device sales. So that's the one right before sales. The last sales. Okay. Click the colored square info box. It says just before HTTP, but okay, let's see. Right before there. Click the colored square info box. Highlight layer 4 in the layers column, looking at item 6 in the list directly below the in layer column. What is the connection state? Stop. Okay. So it says click layer 4 and then level 6, but there's no 6. Let's see. Maybe I didn't do that right. I'll have to look into that and then put the answer in here later. I'll have a link to this filled out worksheet in the videos section. Okay, so the next several events are HTTP events. Select any one of the HTTP events at an intermediary device. Okay. Say phone. Actually, no, phone's not. Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. Alright. So, how many layers are active at one of these devices and why? There are 2 layers active. I'm not sure why though. Alright, so let's close the PDU information window. Click Reset Simulation, located near the middle of the simulation panel. I don't see it. Oh, this one. There it is. Alright. Type Central Server PT in the web browser for sales PC. Click Auto Capture Play. Alright. In approximately 75 seconds, a window displays indicating the completion of the current simulation. Click View Previous Events. Okay, I'm going to fast forward this because I don't want to wait for 75 seconds. Buffer full. Sorry, my computer is very slow. Okay, view previous events. Scroll up, and it says, note that the first series of events are DNS, and there are no ARP entries prior to contacting the branch server. Click the last DNS event in the info column. The last DNS event. And then select layer 7. By looking at the information provided, what can be determined about the DNS results? The DNS client received a DNS response. The received DNS response contains a resolved IP address for queried domain. Click the Inbound PDU Details tab. Scroll down to the DNS Answer section. What is the address listed? Alright, the DNS answer is 10.10.10.2. The next several events are ARP events. Okay. Click the colored square info box of the last ARP event. Alright. Click the Inbound PDU Details. Scroll down to the DNS Answer section. Oh, am I right? Where am I? ARP. Note the MAC address. Based on the information in the ARP section, what device is providing the ARP reply? I'm really not sure how to answer these without doing a bunch of research, and since I don't have time to do the research in these videos, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and follow these steps, and then I'll have the answers in here. Next several events are TCP events, once again preparing to set up a communications channel. Find the first HTTP event in the event list. Click the colored square box of the HTTP event. Highlight Layer 2 in the OSI Model tab. What can be determined about the destination MAC address? The next hop IP address is a unicast. The ARP process looks it up in the ARP table. The next hop IP address in the is in the ARP table. The ARP process sets the frame's destination MAC address to the one found in the table. The device encapsulates the PDU into an Ethernet frame. Alright. Click the HTTP at R4. Alright. Notice that layer 2 contains an Ethernet 2 header. Click the HTTP event at device intranet. What is the layer 2 listed as this device? It's a cloud, I guess. Okay, so close any PDU information windows. Click Reset Simulation. Click Auto Capture Play. Oh, netacad.pta. Alright, now Auto Capture Play. Approximately 75 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and do forward again. There's the message. View previous. Alright, so it says, notice that the first series of events are DNS. What do you notice about the number of DNS events? It looks like most of them are DNS events. Alright. Observe some of the devices that the DNS events travel through on the way to a DNS server. Where are these devices located? So this is the devices that they travel through. Oops. Kind of all over the place. Alright. Click the last DNS event. Inbound PDU. Okay, we're looking for the answer. Alright, so there's no address listed. Unless I'm missing something, but there's nothing here. When routers move the HTTP event through the network, there are 3 layers active in both the in layers and out layers in the OSI model tab. Based on that information, how many routers are passed through? I don't know. Click the TCP event just prior to the last HTTP event. There's no HTTP in here, so I must have done something wrong. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and end the video, and then I'm going to try and redo this on my own so I can kind of take my time. And then I will have the answers to all of this in on the website.